Alright, first up is the Hunter Coastal Breeze in the living room at my grandparents' place. This fan was installed this summer, and the fan is from the third quarter of 1996. I bought it at a furniture store for about $40. Might be a bit pricey for some, but this is a fan I saw ever since I was 4 years old on display. Without the light kit, of course, I put it on there myself. So it's very sentimental to me. It's actually a major childhood fan for that reason. So I bought it. Figured it would be a great fan for the living room. It's a little rusty here and there, but it was on display, and honestly, every fan down here will get rusty at some point, unless it's a outdoor rated fan. The blades I might end up swapping in the future because some of them are marked up due to it having tape in some areas. Back when it was a display model. There's the Hunter logo. Alright, now for the low speed. And the switch housing is loose. From what they told me, the fan did fall down once when they were removing it to another hook, and that's what made the switch housing loose. But it was never used until I bought it, so yeah. That's a very nice, slow low speed, almost like a Hunter original low, to be honest. One of the blades was getting a little bit loose, so I'm gonna have to tighten that one up after the video, after I take a look at it. Alright, now for medium. I got these pull chains that match basically, honestly identical to the finish of the blades, which I think will look great on this fan. Ever since we bought this, I've always wanted to have a 4-bladed fan for a Swirls Globe in here, and when I found out that they still had this fan at the furniture place, I figured this would be a perfect fan for the living room since it would fit those qualifications perfectly, and also it's a good fan. Well, obviously it's not as good as Casablanca, but grandparents don't take care of them as good enough to have a Casablanca, I think. But also this one does just fine. We just need something that moves some air. We don't need a powerhouse over here. It'll make the guests uncomfortable. And now for high speed. That's a bit of a wobble on the high speed. And it's mostly due. I mean, it wobbled a little bit when we installed it, but it's wobbling a little bit more now since one of the blades is starting to loosen up. Alright, now to shut it off. Okay, now to move on to the next fan. Alright, next up is the K2K industrial ceiling fan model B56YK in my grandparents' dining room. It's one we bought in the year of 2008 of Christmas time in December. I mean, it's actually been with us for 9 years now, since 2017. This fan replaced the white K2K that's in my grandmother's bedroom now due to it getting greasy. Due to it being next to the kitchen, it would get all the grease on the blade, so it would get dirty quickly. And also, it didn't match up anything in the room, so yeah. It used to be on the long down rod when we first got it. We didn't cut it, but then we cut it a few years back after my hand hit it. Luckily, it was on the low speed. So turn it on to white. So this one's the newest one in the house installed, ceiling fan wise. And now for speed 1. Figured I'd notice this speed control is not the one that came with this fan. This is actually the one from the white one that used to be in here, and the one that came with this is now in the bedroom where the white K2K is, in my grandparents' room. It's definitely the most used one in the house. It's used mostly in the daytime. I guess this one in my grandmother's, the one in my grandmother's room gets used the most, and she uses it all night. So I guess daytime wise, it's definitely the one that gets used the most. Well, actually, she actually does sleep in the daytime too. So yeah, I guess her bedroom one's actually the one that gets used most. Now for speed 2. Now for speed 3. Blades are a little bit rusted up on it. I forgot to mention that, but since they honestly don't show up too well when it's rusted up, which is a pretty good thing in my opinion. When it starts getting really bad, that's when I'll swap the blades on this for new ones. But it is an older, these are older blades, so in a way these are better made and they don't rust up as quick. Alright, now for speed 4. I mean, it's the third fan we found in the dining room. First was a white GE vent fan with 4 blades, cane blades, and 3 integrated white kit. Then the white kitty cat, and then this one. So those are the first and only brown kitty cat I have in my collection. Would definitely like to find more. Well, in my possession, not really a collection since it's actually installed in my grandparents' house. Moves go down for speed 4. Now for speed 5. Out of all the fans here, this one moves the most air. The other two I feel like are a little bit more powerful, but the only reason why this one's more powerful is because it hangs down. The down roll on this one's not as short, so it gives it the chance to move down more air. And also this is like right before they started to go downhill in quality. This is like one of the last good ones they made. In fact, it was a year after this, in 09 is when they started to go downhill in quality. Not horrible, but they're not as powerful as these ones. Basically the high speed on them, most of them now are like speed 4, in between speed 4 and speed 5. Alright, shut this one off. Now, on to the next one. Alright, now for the K industrial ceiling fan model B56X5 in my grandmother's bedroom from the year 2004. Originally this fan was installed in the dining room, replacing a 4-bladed GE vent fan with 4 cane blades and a 3 integrated white kit, all in white finish. And then we moved it in here due to the fan being next to the kitchen and also get a lot of grease on the blades. So we put the brown one in there. And then when we moved it in this room, it actually replaced a Home Trends Rainbow Hugger 30 inches that used to be in my bedroom. Then we moved it in here, and then this one ended up replacing it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show it the light. It's the oldest one. It's also my first K, so it's very sentimental for that reason. The globe we've had on this fan since 2007. That's actually when we bought it brand new. They actually still sold them down here for quite a bit. And now for speed 1. White kit's not original though to this fan. The original one we actually just tossed because one of these screw holes on it actually was bent. It actually came like that from factory, and all the globes we would put on this fan previously would fall down, would loosen up and fall over time, even though we tighten them often. So yeah. Fan does have a little bit of a wobble when it's starting up in speed 1, so just be aware of that. Also, something that Dan Newman told me, that the motor shaft on this fan is loose, hence why the light kit will shake a little bit when it's and such, when it's operating. And you see my grandparents, my grandfather and my aunt are playing dominoes outside. Now for speed 2. Now for speed 3. You can kind of see the light kit starting to shake a bit. The globe is completely tight, and it's not the globe that's loose, it's the light kit itself that shakes around a bit. But luckily it doesn't make the globe loosen up over time. Alright, now for speed 4. Alright, now for speed 5. Alright, now to shut it off. And now to move on to the next one. Alright, now for the K2K industrial ceiling fan model B56X5 in my bedroom. This fan we bought in 2005, and this one's also my first K2K in my bedroom. The second one I had in my bedroom was the one I bought for the United States, or the one that my uncle bought back in 06. And yeah, this fan we bought to replace the Home Trends Rainbow Hugger that we later on moved into my grandmother's bedroom. And yeah, this one, out of the 3 that are installed, this one seems to be, I won't say in the worst shape, but this one's definitely the most used up one out of the 3. And there's the K2K sticker. It's gotten a bit dusty. This fan's been repainted so many times, I can't even tell you how many times it's been painted. Probably maybe 10 times, to be honest. The blades, that is. The motor I haven't painted all that much. But first, I decided to paint with a brush. I don't know why that was. I thought that was a good idea, but that's why you see some stroke marks on it. But later on down the road, I'm going to replace these blades with ones that haven't been painted on with a brush before, and just sand it down and paint it the same finish as this, an almond finish. Here's the control. I mean, here's the light. It's gotten a bit dusty, but I'm keeping it that way for a reason. I'd rather have it a little bit dusty because this one is rusting up pretty quickly compared to the other one. So I'd rather have it rust up slow. Well, I'd rather slow it down the rusting process by keeping it dustier. Because as you can see, I have 2 sets of windows here. And when it rains, this room gets a lot of moisture in here. And the switch on this one's not in the best shape. Sometimes you had to tap it to get it to work. It still works, but it seems to have some issues. It's probably a loose wire somewhere, that's what I'm guessing it is. But out of the 3 that are installed, the sticker on this one on the top is more faded out of the other 3. Well, there is a lot of sunlight. Out of the 3 rooms though, that have them installed, there's more sunlight that comes into this room. So that's probably why. Alright, now for speed 2. Yeah, it shut off, so maybe. Yep, now it's on speed 2. Luckily, it doesn't shut off on its own though when it's already running, so you just have to make sure it's running, and it'll be fine. I'm going to try to see if I can look into the speed regulator next time in the summertime to see if I can get it fixed. Alright, now for speed 3. Yep, shut off again. Yeah, there's one. I can hear it buzzing a little bit. I want to say humming, like, inside, I don't want to say it's a hum, but it makes a little bit of a sound when it's on, all three of them. And this one's a little bit I haven't really been using the brown KDK at all since I've been down here. So I don't know if this one's noisier than the brown one, but it wouldn't surprise me if the brown one's noisier, because that is the one that gets used the most. Well, now that this one doesn't get used too much, since now they kind of keep my bedroom closed when I'm not down here. Alright, now for speed 4. Speed 4 doesn't work too often, so I had to it'll stay on speed 3. Oh yeah, that's on speed 4 now. What I'll usually do is sometimes I'll just start off on speed 5, then bring it down to speed 4, and that usually, sometimes I'll get it to work on speed 4. And this is actually the speed I use the most, so it's kind of unfortunate. Oh man, believe it or not, the speed 4 on this fan, honestly, the high speed of the coastal breeze is very similar to this. Well, down here, that is. And now for speed 5. On speed 5, this fan moves a lot of air. This one doesn't wobble too much like the other one in my grandmother's bedroom. Because I'm glad I don't like the wobbles, but it wobbles a lot. I get uncomfortable, especially if it's in the bedroom. Alright, let's shut it off now. Alright, and on to the next one. Alright, now for the KDK Pedestal fan model P40U in my grandfather's bedroom. From the year 2008, that's when my aunt bought it. Well, that's when it was bought, so that's just when I assume it was made. It's probably from the year before. It's in good shape. The only thing is that the brass on it is starting to wear off. And there's a little bit of paint on here from when I painted the KDK. It accidentally have a bit on my hand, but I can get that. I just haven't taken it, scrubbed it off yet. And here's a sticker on the back with all the information. And let's go ahead and start off on speed 1. So something I also might as well notice before I start off is the housing on it is starting to rust up, as you can see. Which I'm not surprised. I'm actually surprised it took so long for it to start to rust up. Fan, just on low speed, this fan moves just as much as the frigid that I just got. We're close to it. If any pedestal fan I've tested, these are definitely the most powerful ones I've tested. And I'm not exaggerating at all. And that does exclude antique pedestal fans since I haven't tested any of those yet. Speed 2. Move it over this way a bit. wait. Alright, shut it off now. Alright, and on to the last one. Alright, last but not least is the Honeywell Pedestal fan in my bedroom. Bought this fan back in either 03 or 04. I'm pretty sure we bought it back in 04. It was like a year after we first moved, that my grandparents first moved into this house. The fan's actually made from 01. It's been repainted since I first got it, because the cage was rusting up a little bit, and also it was yellowing unevenly. It was just very yellowed in certain areas, but you can kind of see the UL sticker. But if you watch an old video, you'll see that where the year is torn off, but there was still an indication that it had like a number still there somewhat, and there was like 0/1. I could see like half of it, so I was able to figure out that it was actually from 01. The portion that holds this, that makes it so you can keep the fan standing up taller, it's broken off. I still have the piece that goes right here, but at this point, I just need to try to send this fan out of this country. Send it back to the United States. Due to it works fine. The oscillating doesn't work too well. I had to hold it down so it works. But basically, it's kind of in a delicate condition right now due to this fan being a fan that, how do I say? Basically, it's not as well made as the other fans we have here at the K2K Pedestal fans and such. Because that one's a lot more solid and such, and this is a decent fan. So, and my grandparents, back when we first got this one, they would use it. My grandmother would use it all the time, and half the time she would go to the pharmacy that she used to work at and leave the fan on, so it would be on all the time basically. And also they just picked it up and threw it around like nothing. And I always try to grab it from the base, not from the top area, because now the top area is a little bit messed up. It'll lift up a little bit, just to show you. It does that, which I'm not sure if that's a good sign or not. But yeah, it had the control, but it's gone. It's long gone by now. Don't know what happened. They definitely lost it. I know that much. Yeah, here's low speed. I'm just going to send it out of here just so I can keep it up in the United States. It's going to be in my bedroom. But it's a very sentimental fan to me, and I haven't been seeing too many of them recently. Let's go there as well. But yeah, I'm going to be repainting it soon as well. So what I'm going to do is get a new fan, swap this one out with it, and basically get this one fixed up a little bit down here in a repair shop. Just so it's in better shape. And then I'm going to send it back. I'm going to repaint it first with some plastic spray paint. Because the paint I did on it before I knew which paint was a better one to get. So yeah, it doesn't like, I had to hold it down for it to work. So like, the way that like lifts up easy, I'm guessing that it's like something's loose in there or something got separated. Part of the reason why it won't oscillate on its own no more. Right now for medium. It moves good air medium. The fan moves good air. It's not that it doesn't move air. That's not a good air mover. It's just not in the best shape like it used to be, and I'd rather have something that's one a little bit stronger, I guess, since mine as well if I'm gonna get another one. And two, one that's not gonna, it'll hold up a lot better than this one. I just wish I still had a remote for it though, so at least that's one thing I'd love to have for this fan, is a remote, especially if I'm gonna get back to the States. Have to oscillate a little. Yeah, it doesn't really do too much with the oscillating on the other speeds. Only if it's like on low, I'm able to get it to oscillate a bit. Not for high. You don't miss having the fan down here, but I definitely prefer to have it up in the States and keep it in better shape than down here. It's just not really that well. It's not really meant for a tropical climate like it is down here. Even though they just sell these down here in some places, especially in the black and gray finish. So I really want to try to find one like that. Go there. Alright, now to shut it off. And yeah, that'll be it for this one.